So as you can tell, that's what I had cut. I was trying to cut all the way up to that, but I stopped because it's the electric motor battery pack, as you can see. That's right. So I went ahead and cut all this here. You got a Memorial Day coming up Monday, and I was trying to cut this here for I was gonna park my truck like right here until he come out Monday or Tuesday with a big tractor, pretty much cut it. Uh, so guess my battery died out, so I did cut up in here, as you can see, and cut all the way up to the power system. I'll walk up for you. So I call it, be able to hook up to it. Uh, so I start to come this way. If I would have had like a gas lawnmower, like a gas, I would have cut all this off. All this would have been dealt with. I would have cut all them bushes down. So I know a weed eater is good too, but unfortunate. I'm not talking about cut all of them. Just enough I would have been able to pull my RV up like I need to. So like I said, all that laying out all them trees, all that stuff is mine. All that stuff shoots all the way back. It's crazy. All this is mine. All that going back, all that's mine. Going all the way straight down there, all this is mine. So as you see, that's Brown's RV life. And also we did get stuck in the ditch coming in as she turned in because somebody else have a house like private property, and they got the guess what? Where they property line at, they got a no trespassing sign though. And as I turned in, it's like for me to be able not to get stuck in the ditch because that's a 34 footer. That's a long RV. I had to basic go like over that sign or around the sign. So I know some people may say, why you didn't turn right? Well, I did. I'm gonna walk out some, show you guys. Now I know my mom, she was like, oh, be careful of snakes, blah, 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 blah. And kids love it. So right over here by this bridge area, these trees, I'm gonna end up probably getting rid of that one. Or either get rid of that one or get rid of that one. I don't know. But when the time comes, when I get the contractors out here to start tearing down stuff, these trees, what they call is mulching. Now these days, time have changed since the time I was born. Um, I got my work cut out for me. Definitely do. I definitely got my work cut out for me. So I got to get the septic tank dropped in the ground, the well water out. So I know a lot of people's like, well, what you gonna do for water? In the meantime or whatever. Well, that is a RV and she's built for off grid. So I can't speak for nobody else RV, but that Pacific model, she has her own built-in light system and everything. So she can pick up free Wi-Fi probably 6 miles from here, from a library or some school or somewhere. So there's all type of digits on that model. But I'm not. That's for another video. I'm not getting involved in that one. So when I clean up out here and everything, I'm gonna do like a walk around for you guys can see pretty much how big this really is. And I know some people may say how many acres you bought, what you plan to do with it. I'm gonna let you guys guess. If you've been watching Brown's RV Life, then you should know exactly what we're going to do with it. And look at my kids having a good time. So I got to register my school here in Georgia. Pretty much, I guess my wife want to do homeschooling because of the COVID-19 thing. So I don't blame her for that. But homeschooling is very complicated. I can't speak for like up north or whatever because I don't live there. I only can speak for Florida when we came from Florida now to Jacksonville. I'm sorry, now to Georgia. You know, I said Jacksonville because we travel so much back and forth. You got to enjoy life. You know, it's funny. I ain't say Fort Lauderdale, or Miami, or Key West or something. Or Fort Myers, Fort Pills. So all of them is the state of Florida territory. So pretty much it's gonna be nice. It takes time. It definitely takes time. Anybody know it takes time. So I don't have like family support or none of that. Like family's gonna come out and help, or they got a bulldozer. They're gonna come out and clear out some land for you back there, and all this other stuff. So you know, I didn't come from a family tree like that. So if they did have that technology and equipment, can't say the word equipment, they still wouldn't help me. They will always look down. But yet, that's for another video. But to everybody out there watching Brown RV Life, I want everybody to know that yes, we have shifted. Um, you know, we shifted for great things, for better things. And I'm thankful for anybody out there watching our videos, supporting us, giving us thumbs, supporting us any type of way. You also can email us at brownsrvlife@gmail.com, with any questions or anything. Maybe you trying to find land, because we have reached out to a couple people who bought land and, you know, off, was in the RV life and they still is. And it was like, oh, he go, my broker or whatever, or my realtor called this person, blah, blah, blah. And you call them and leave like 15 voicemails and stuff. And, they may text you back, oh, I'm busy right now, I'll call you back and all that. And you don't hear from them, it'll be almost 4 or 5 months. So, to certain people out there, you already know what that's about. So, make a long story short, everything happened for a reason, because everything that look good on YouTube ain't good. Everything ain't good on YouTube. You know what I mean? It just don't make sense to look at it. So I only can speak about Brown's RV life. Yeah. So today is Friday, September the 3rd, 2021. And also I want everybody to know that we did mess up or whatever. And what I mean by we did mess up, earlier when I had said coming in and hit the ditch, it kind of damaged the RV a little bit. But it's nothing that I can't fix. I fixed before. But I'm going to walk back down here. I'm going to show you guys. Because one thing I hate about this model I have, it sits so low to the ground. It's like a low rider. It's not like the average RVs that they sit up. So pretty much that's what happened to this out. So like I said, I fix it and everything. And my wife was like, oh, it's tipping, blah, 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 blah. So I had to put the truck in four-wheel drive. It kind of got it out of the ditch a little bit. Because like I said, the person, when I turned in, they got a no trespassing sign on their property. And the way to come in, it sits right there. So eventually what I'm going to have to do is make another driveway, pretty much. Come through them trees like a driveway, get a big bulldozer, make a road, and just shoot through that and work my way back out to the main highway. So I think that would be the best option. Pretty much. And if you anybody in Georgia watching this video, or anybody in Georgia that have bulldozer or whatever, figure they could come out and help us out. Hey, we all lives, we all in. And please reach out to us. Don't hesitate. Don't hit the skip button or unfollow us or unsubscribe to us. So, make a long story short, please subscribe, leave your comments, hit your share buttons, your likes. Tell a friend of a friend, a family of a friend. Tell your girlfriend, your baby mamas, your baby daddies. Say, hey, Browns RV Life is doing a thing. They may say, who is them? Get on YouTube and watch them. Y'all watch 100 million other channels out there online. So, hey, Browns RV give you dead raw footage. So it's none of that, all that crazy editing out videos, trying to paint a picture you're doing good, trying to paint a picture you got all this money. And in reality, you're doing worse than the people who watching your videos. So hey, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not $100,000 man. Our family, we just trying to survive. Want to say anything?
Yeah.
What's that?
Have fun.
You want to say anything?
Yeah, have fun.
Have fun. Yeah. All right. So talk to everybody later. Browns RV Life would like to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a beautiful scene. This is very beautiful. Once I get everything straightened out, trust me, y'all give me some time. Y'all gonna be like, wow. I remember when I first watched that video almost a year ago, 9 months ago, about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. Man, that place came a long ways. Them people got tiny house out there. They got this out there. Then blah blah blah. Two-story household. Like I said, it's a million and one thing you can do with land. Plus, when you got the size, I got a friend of mine, a guy I just met. It's so funny that on my way coming to Georgia, I stopped at the gas station to get some gas, and I was a little bit under a half a tank, so I put $60 in the big dually, and which she sucked it all up. And the guy noticed the RV. He was like, "Man, that's a big old RV. Like the RV bigger than the truck." And he say he's about to retire and he just bought 20 acres of land. I was like, wow, that's a lot of land. And they say he had, like this land here, right? If you go out through these bushes right here, it's a big old lake, like maybe like 9 feet, maybe 10, 11 feet past them trees right there. Big old lake, big fish lake. So make a long story short, back to him, he was like he had put a pond out there on his field, and he had a truck come out and put fishes in it. And he said his neighbors were looking at him, scratching their head, and they never thought that he was a black man with own land. I guess originally they thought he was just working out there till they originally now found out he actually don't bought the land. He owned it. So he said it was a laugh to him because the expression from their faces, he seen he couldn't help but laugh. But the thing about it is, it's not the fact that stuff does exist. It's just the fact that, like I told him, I know a Spanish guy that bought 150 acres, right? They smiled with him. Then he turned around, put permits, city approved him, turned the land into a commercial. And all out there is like horses and all this stuff. And so now the people is upset or whatever. So it's like now he got apartments complex built out there. And the funniest thing about it is that, you know, when he started renting them out, the rent is so high you can't afford it. Especially for a person like me. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like you gonna get an apartment out here spending like $1,600 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. Like that's crazy. And I know like some people may say, well, that's nothing compared to New York or California or other places, high class. And I'm not saying that it's not worth it. Yes, it is. And the thing was this, I noticed he have so many people in them things packed up, right? So, and it's like when he told me to come out there to check it out, me and my wife went out there. First thing we noticed, they see us, they find on their face. Either they wanna, we'd have had somebody went to the security guard and say, hey, almost like in a way, black people over here, like what's they doing? And the security guard is black. So, that shows you how they think. And I know that everybody watching this video, really don't have time for that and not really on that type of situation. Like a lot of people I meet, like, hey, when people talk about color, I say, you want a box of crayons? Go to the dollar store and let's get a box of crayons. That's the color. So, like I tell everybody, every black person ain't bad, just like every foreign ain't bad, just like every white person ain't bad. So when I realized that, I laughed about it because the person who owned it is my friend. We're not best friends, it's just a person I met. We slowly start talking. Just like you meet anybody else through social media, you meet up and socialize with a person. And as I walked, and the security got on the golf cart to figure out what they was talking about, like I said, you need a key and stuff to push and go in the gates, which I already had one because, he the owner. He gave me a key to pretty much just look around. So between the time he was already on the premise of the owner, and by then, as the owner was trying to tell me how to come around to him on the phone, security pulls up the golf cart, looked over, and say, "Yeah, we got a complaint that, uh, basically you was, I guess, attempt to rob them or something." And when I was like, "What?" And so when I described the person who it was, he was laughing, and he shook his head. He said, "Yeah." He said, "How you know?" I said, "Because as I read around them, they looked at us like they were about to run, like they terrified for their life." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "This was my first time hearing something like this." And the saddest thing is that, as being a human being, I really told my friend about it, and he got upset about it. And the thing about it is that his wife is Spanish, and she got basic cuss slam out in on social media from different race. Go back to your country, speak English in our country, blah blah blah. And now the person who don't like, who basically complained on me for no reason, and it states it in their lease, and they haven't even been there for 4 months. So now he basically, the owner itself went to them or whatever, got out of my truck, went to them, and basically was like, introduced himself to him and blah blah blah, because it's like upsetting him because I know money is everything, but he told me straight up, don't you ever forget, never let a tenant run off money. Before he allow a tenant to run off his money, he'll get rid of that one tenant, because that one tenant he get rid of will bring in 50 other tenants. So when I realized that what we plan to do with this lot and the experience we've been through at other sites and apartments and homes, and I thought about it, like, yeah, you're right. Just like you can have a bad management, and you're like, why is my business collapsing? Because of the manager you have. And I realized sometimes you have to get rid of people to better yourself. But I'm sorry, y'all, to basically change the whole situation into this here. Just something I had to get off my chest because I just felt like really talking about it. And I catch you guys later.